Hello and welcome back, buddies. If you want to know what the best travel laptop you can buy right now is, then this video is going to be helpful tremendously. After testing a ton of laptops this year, we've finally narrowed down the best travel laptops available for purchase in 2024. So let's go ahead and get started. MacBook Air. We've got a chance to thoroughly test out Apple's 15-inch MacBook Air, which was indeed in the works, when it was unveiled at WWDC 2023. We also like what we've observed. A great deal. Even though the larger screen, this is still a very light and thin laptop that is a pleasure to use. The MacBook Air makeover of 2022, the largest update to the MacBook lineup in years, was a much-needed and welcome upgrade. With the 15-inch variant, Apple has maintained the same design aesthetic but added a MagSafe 3 charging connector, a better screen, and a more contemporary appearance. The MacBook Air 15-inch resembles the smaller Air in appearance, save for its larger size. Regretfully, there isn't a significant generational difference between the MacBook Air 15-inch and the 2022 edition. However, the M2 CPU performs admirably for daily tasks like online browsing and video editing. Because of the high-resolution screen's vivid, bright colors, video content looks amazing. Also, the audio quality produced by its 6 built-in speakers is unmatched by most computers. It can play videos for an astounding 18 hours and browse the web wirelessly for up to 15 hours. And when it comes to the battery life, it definitely outperforms Windows 11 rivals. Acer Aspire 5. As long as your expectations are reasonable, the Acer Aspire 5 will continue to be the most affordable laptop available in 2024. Its huge screen size makes it comfortable to work on. Its design is lightweight without feeling cheap, and you can even set it up to include an NVIDIA GPU. But don't mistake this for a laptop meant for gaming. However, the Aspire 5 can outperform its competitors in terms of video editing because to the GPU. You'll be pleasantly surprised for the cost. This one gives you a good, reliable laptop design that will at least feel familiar, but it won't win any design or innovation awards. With its 1.7 kilos weight and 18mm thickness, this laptop is lightweight and portable. The L-shaped power connector in our evaluation, which protrudes slightly when plugged in, wasn't something we particularly liked. In terms of performance, it's not amazing, but it's also not bad. You can depend on this laptop to meet your daily demands because it is sturdy and trustworthy. But with the base model, which has integrated graphics, gaming is not an option. Better graphics performance is available if you get a model with a dedicated GPU, but don't expect to play demanding games on it. Microsoft Surface Laptop 4. While it may not be as elegant or clever as the Surface brand's iconic morphing and flexible versions, this laptop is often all you truly need. Tablets, kickstands, and clicky magnetic keyboard covers don't work well in every situation, which is why the Surface Laptop 4 is the best pick for most people. It features a stunning 13.5-inch high-resolution display, a fantastic glass trackpad, a beautiful keyboard, and a thin casing. Surfaces lack several ports, however they do have a USB-C port, in addition to a standard USB-A port. A magnetic charging port is also included. This can be quite helpful if you frequently trip over your power cord. It breaks the connection between the computer and the wall connector before the laptop takes off like a frisbee across the room. It can be purchased with an Intel or AMD Ryzen processor. Both have been put to the test, and although they each have advantages and disadvantages, you won't likely notice the differences between them. The majority of tasks and apps may be effortlessly handled by your Surface Laptop 4, regardless of whether you choose an AMD Ryzen 5 or an Intel Core i7 model. MacBook Pro M3. With 5 and 12 GB of storage, 8 GB of RAM, and the latest M3 processor, the 14-inch MacBook Pro starts at $1,288. Apple sent me a step-up configuration with 512 GB SSD storage, 8 GB unified memory, and the same M3 processor for this review. Apple also offers a 14-inch MacBook Pro with the more powerful M3 Pro and M3 Max chips. This is only the base M3 chip. These variants come with additional Thunderbolt connections, more storage options, and more memory, starting at 18 GB for the Pro and 36 GB for the Max, in addition to more powerful CPUs. Sorting through the configurations can be a pain, but the fact that the Apple M3 base model only has 8 GB of RAM out of the box is frustrating regardless of how you look at it. With the removal of the butterfly switches by Apple several years ago, typing has become more pleasurable. The display is attractive, the touchpad functions flawlessly, and there is a noticeable notch that you eventually get used to. When on a call, the 1080p webcam gives you a human appearance rather than a potato one. It has all the fantastic upgrades from the past few years, and is essentially all I could ask for in a MacBook Pro. Razer Blade 14. The Razer Blade 14 refresh from last year is equipped with the newest specifications, up to the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 GPU and the AMD Ryzen 9 7940HS CPU, which has 8 cores and 16 threads at a maximum clock speed of 5.2 GHz. It is an incredibly light and thin laptop, something that most gaming laptops just cannot offer, even though it has high-end components. Razer produces some of the thinnest and lightest laptops available, including the Razer Blade 14. Including top-tier specifications like an NVIDIA RTX 4070 graphics card, Razer has managed to keep the Razer Blade 14 thin and light at just 4 pounds. With its 14-inch screen, the Razer Blade 14 is a perfect example of how gaming laptops don't have to be huge and heavy. Apart from that, it has excellent gaming performance, enabling you to play Cyberpunk 2077 and other challenging games at maximum settings and still have great frame rates. With the RTX 4070 GPU and the high refresh rate of 200 Hz on the 14-inch screen, your games will seem snappy and fluid. We truly are unable to find any issues with the Razer Blade 14's performance. ASUS Zenbook 14 Flip OLED. The ASUS Zenbook 14 Flip OLED comes in last. The ASUS Zenbook 14 Flip OLED 2023 edition is an outstanding Windows convertible that comes at a very cheap price. It has an outstanding OLED screen and lots of power. This laptop is capable of handling a wide range of tasks, including office work, creative work, study, and entertainment. Its versatile design allows it to be used on a variety of surfaces, including sofas, kitchen tables, and office desks. It can even be used on trains and in coffee shops. Despite being extremely lightweight and compact, the keyboard and screen are large and comfy enough for prolonged usage. Everything seems firm, and the lid flexes very little. When closed, it has a thickness of just under 1.6 centimeters and weighs only 1.5 kilos. It feels light in a purse or backpack, and ASUS gets bonus marks for its standard square-shaped USB-C power adapter, which weighs only 333 grams when combined with the included mains cable. Usually, I worry about this kind of laptop's poor connectivity, but in this case, the Zenbook Flip 14 OLED maximizes the space that is available. To begin with, it has a full-sized HDMI 2.1 output on the right and a USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-A connector on the left edge. Moreover, there are 2 USB 3.2 Thunderbolt 4 ports with USB PD and DisplayPort output, as well as room for a 3.5mm audio jack. And with that, we come to an end. We hope you found a great pair that fits your demands and price range. All of these product links are included in the description below. Check it out to get the greatest deals on Amazon. Until then, bye. We'll see you in the next.